So this could be an early Oscar contender, or it could be another Stephen King movie that's good but not good enough for award recognition. So today, in honor of our good friend in the Brunswick Independent Author Association, Stephen King's, might say, right hand guy, Bev Vincent, we're dedicating this podcast to him. It's called The Long Walk. Now, The Long Walk is an upcoming American dystopian thriller film co-produced and directed by Francis Lawrence and written by J.T. Mullner. It is based on a 1979 novel by Stephen King under his pseudonym Richard Bachman. To my knowledge, this is the longest from book to film for any Stephen King movie. I could be wrong. The film stars Cooper Hoffman, David Johnson, Garrett Waring, Joshua Odjick, Tut Nyot, Charlie Plummer, Ben Wang, Roman Griffin Davis, Jordan Gonzalez, Josh Hamilton, Judy Greer, and Mark Hamill. The Long Walk is scheduled to be released in the United States by Lionsgate on September 12th, 2025. Now, again, based on The Long Walk by Stephen King, produced by Francis Lawrence, Roy Lee, Cameron Comney, and Stephen Schneider. Again, Cooper Hoffman, David Janssen, Garrett Waring, Joshua Ojek, Tut Nyot, Charlie Plummer, Ben Wang, Roman Griffin Davis, Jordan Gonzalez, Josh Hamilton, Judy Greer, and Mark Hamill. Cinematography by Joe Willems. Music by Jeremiah Flates. Production company is Vertigo, distributed by Lionsgate, 108 minutes. Now, the cinematography has really stood out. This is the Belgian cinematographer known for key movies such as Hard Candy, The Hunger Games, most of the releases, and Red Sparrow. Very, very good cine as well. Now, music by Jeremiah Flates. He's a multi-instrumentalist, basically well known for the Lumineers videos through the years. Now, the idea about this movie, it's getting a lot of play because it's kind of the male version of The Handmaid's Tale. Now, in 1988, George A. Romero was considered a direct-to-film adaptation, but it never came to be. Now, this annual walking contest, they must maintain a speed of at least 3 miles per hour or risk execution. Now, it's a group of young men, but from what I saw for the preview, there might be a couple of women too. The contest ends when only one walker remains alive. Now, when Romero was considered to direct, never came to fruition. By 2007, Frank Darabont has secured rights to the film adaptation of the novel. He said he would get to it one day. He planned to make a low budget and stated it'll be weird, existential, and very contained. In April 2018, New Line Cinema was set to adapt the film based on the novel, with James Vanderbilt attached the right to produce the film along with Bradley Fisher and William Shellac through the Mythology Entertainment banner. In May 2019, it was announced that Andre Avradal would direct the adaptation. By November 2023, the film was to be produced by Lionsgate Film, with Francis Lawrence directing from a screenplay by Mullner. Again, on June 10, 2024, Cooper Hoffman and David Janssen joined the cast, as well as the rest of the actors soon after. Now, this was filmed in Canada in July 24, 2024 in Winnipeg, and I think filming wrapped up last year around this time. Jeremy Flates had composed the score for the film by March 2025. Now, if you're wondering why everybody was very excited that Cooper Hoffman wasn't there, he's the son of actor Philip Seymour Hoffman, and he made his acting debut with the leading role in Paul Thomas Anderson's coming-of-age film Licorice Pizza, for which he was nominated for a Golden Globe. He has since portrayed Dicker Ebersol in the comedy drama Saturday Night, and made his stage debut in an off-Broadway production of Sam Shepard's tragedy play, Curse of the Starving Class. Of course, Licorice Pizza was a great movie. Now, Curse of the Starving Class, written by Sam Shepard, has been getting great reviews at the new group off-Broadway. And David Janssen as well, the black actor of the piece, a British actor and writer, began his career in the West End. He's known for his performance in the TV series industry, as well as roles as Ry Lane in the films Ry Lane and Alien Romulus. Now, in 2022, Janssen appeared on the Evening Standard list of Londoners to watch as one of British GQ's Men of the Year honorees. He was named a 2023 Bright Young Thing by Tatler and a Screen International Star of Tomorrow. In 2025, he won the BAFTA Rising Star Award. Now on TV again, Endeavour, Deep State, Murder is Easy, The Road Trip, and Too Much. And in theater, Mary Stewart, Don Juan and Soho and Breed. Awards and nominations. Best Male Actor in a Play, he won for In Breathe, 2022. Black British Theatre Awards. British Independent Film Awards, Best Joint Lead Performance for Rye Lane. Saturn Awards, Best Supporting Actor for Alien Romulus. And BAFTA's Rising Star Award for Alien Romulus. So all these up-and-coming actors and the great Mark Hamill, I think if you watch your preview, you're going to see who he plays. Now, just for a little background, ladies and gentlemen, talking about the Richard Bachman pseudonym. When we were kids or young adults, we read his books before we read the other Stephen King. Now, his pen name was adopted in 1977 for his novel Rage. King hid the link between himself and Bachman until allowing for identification in 1985. Now, actually, the autophoto features Stephen King's literary agent, Kirby McCauley. A friend of his literary agent, Kirby McCauley. The photo is credited to Bachman's wife, Claudia Inez Bachman, as Richard Manuel. Strange name, of course. King had to hit the link again. He collected the first 4 Bachman novels into the Bachman books. Rage became controversial, being about a school shooting. It was allowed to go out of print after the 1997 Heat High School shooting. In total, 7 novels have been published under the Bachman name. And they are Rage, The Long Walk, Road Work, The Running Man, Thinner, The Bachman Books, The Regulators, and Blaze. Now, we all know that The Running Man is being remade. The original Running Man with Schwarzenegger was terrific. But Thinner, again, Thinner had the open gray hand. And back in the day, in my high school, you were allowed to have high school reviews of books that were American. And I know for a fact that The Running Man and Thinner were selected for book reviews by Canadian students, not knowing it's Stephen King. It was a very, very hidden thing. But The Long Walk was the second Bachman book. So I really, again, I don't know if anybody knows out there better if this is the longest from movie to adaptation. I like to check into it, because a lot of the King books, they were just eating them alive. What he wrote in the 70s by the 80s or 90s because of De Laurentiis and the different stuff. So I get Walk or Die would have been a better title, but The Long Walk is good enough. I think it's going to be a big hit, but will it be an Oscar contender? Will Stephen King finally win an Oscar for one of these productions? Truth be told, you never know. It's a long walk. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want a good buzz this fall, going back to school, great timing, by the way, good young actors, please give this movie a chance. The Long Walk by Richard Bachman, Stephen King. Again, if you can find the book. But I think in this year of the rising despot, like Trump and El Salvador and all that, it could be a timely movie. It could be a breakout movie. And we'll see how it goes. Like I said, could make $500 million or could make $50. You never know. At the movies, like Siskel and Ebert said, let the fans decide. If you like what we're doing here with screenshots on our podcast channel, let us know with a like, comment, subscribe, or share.